Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. We start with the daily time frame, then I want to take a look at the total market cap chart. Yeah, a couple of members asked me for that, so we take a brief look at that and then we'll take a look at the shorter time frame price action. Don't want to talk too much about the daily, just a few things to mention here. 69,144 is still relevant support. I mean, our orange support area hasn't really changed in the last few months, so the daily chart has not changed in months. This is still relevant and the levels are unchanged, and the price is simply currently testing the, let's say, the support area, right? The area between the 50% retracement and the 38.2 retracement, and we see a first bounce, and yeah, maybe we go up from here. I mean, I'm not currently favoring a bull market top in place, but as per previous updates, and I can encourage you to watch the videos on the MCO Global channel. You'll find the link in the description. That's our main channel for further insights about really where we stand on the longer time frame. That's what that channel is for. Here, I give you a short-term, really rapid market update. So, of course, the probabilities for a long-term top have increased, but my communication about that has been very consistent over the last couple of months. That's why I've been very cautious about Bitcoin, let's say since end of November, early December. But we are only entering a support area right now, which obviously we have to allow to be tested in these scenarios, yeah, that I shared with you. So two pathways from here. Either we go up directly in a wave 5 towards 130K, should then form a bull market top there based on what I see right now, or the next bounce will be a B wave and we break down like that, okay? But that will depend a little bit on the structure of the next rally, and I would still like to see one more high. But basically, at the moment, I just want to share with you here, we're still holding support. And I cannot confirm a bull market top in place until it breaks below, 69K, below the November low as well. That would be a critical level there. And I'm watching a trend line here that, if broken to the upside, could really unlock higher prices, possibly to target the previous highs from January and December. And then ideally, we run towards 130K in Q1, early Q2. So this is the daily chart. I want to share with you the total market cap because some members asked me for that, but I think we shared it recently. That really the interesting thing is here, the wave count is very similar to what Bitcoin is doing. So obviously Bitcoin still being the leader here. Also, we have a wave 1 to the upside into the April 23 highs, wave 2 to the downside into the September 23 lows, third wave, often the strongest one, into the swing highs here from March 24. We had a fourth wave, and all of this could be a fifth wave. The only thing is, this really does look like a 3-wave move up here into the March 24 highs, but overall, I can make it work as a 5-wave pattern. Just maybe this is a diagonal, okay? Maybe this is a diagonal, so that's just something to keep in mind. For now, the 5th wave could be unfolding, but I think the 5th wave is an ending diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So could still get another high in wave 5. Might go a little lower, might test the trend line. We haven't quite touched it there. 2.4 trillion is key support, the 61.8 retracement. And ideally, we don't want to see it break below that. Now, please note that this is not really a reliable Elliott Wave count. I mean, market cap isn't really tradable asset. So take it with a grain of salt. Also here, one more high would be ideal. The pullback for me does look corrective in nature, overlapping, but it would be really good if the market cap chart could find support here and then rally in wave 5 towards 3.71, but better 4.22 trillion. Let's see if it does that. I mean, this is realistic. We're looking at proportions and assuming maybe some altcoins get another rally, that is definitely something that could occur. Looking at the shorter time frame, this is where it's getting really messy. We have, due to the messiness of this structure here from the February low, we have really a lot of different potentials. I don't want to really take you through all the different possibilities here. It would take forever. I just want to share with you that from a short-term bearish point of view, the yellow scenario that we discussed in the last videos is still obviously relevant. I mean, there are people who say, oh, but he said there will be another low. I'm not saying there will be another low. I purely point out that we cannot really rule it out because of the structure to the downside. I can definitely count it that way, that it needs another low. And the problem is that the rally from the 28th of February low is only in 3 waves. So it keeps the door open for like this, A wave down, B wave up, C wave down. It just keeps the door open. I wouldn't necessarily expect another low, but we have to prepare for it. That's what I'm saying. And if that happens, 75K will be next support. First warning or indication that this is happening, that we get another low, would be a break below the micro support I shared in the last video at 83,170. Another scenario I'm considering is the white count, where we're moving up in an ABC structure. That could be ABC in wave A or 1. And again, all of that is because of the 3-wave-like move that happened from the 28th of February low. So lots of volatility here, obviously created by lots of news events at the moment. But again, these news events, they don't normally significantly change the trend. They can change the short-term direction, surely. They can introduce volatility, and they lead to these ugly patterns at the moment. So the shorter time frame, it means, maybe you don't want to trade it too aggressively. Maybe you want to wait for some clarity. All of that, again, everybody has to approach that from their own point of view and risk profile, based on their risk profile. But it's just not the cleanest pattern at the moment. And again, I cannot rule out another low based on this. And also the move to the upside, it's not necessarily high probability, because with a 3-wave move up, I have to base it on the context. I see 2 bullish pathways. I see either the wave 4 has bottomed here, or here as a so-called truncation, which is possible, which just means we can forget about this 3-wave move up. Truncation means it actually wanted to form another low but couldn't, because maybe there was a catalyst or something. Very rare. Not what I would consider a primary count, but again, there are very balanced probabilities here. Now, to solidify the probabilities or to increase them for the bullish count, we need a break above that green signal line at 95,390. For me, that move up from yesterday's low looks like a micro 5-wave move up. So again, I'm looking for higher potentially in the short term. I prefer the white count. I prefer that personally, but it is not necessarily, objectively speaking, a high probability scenario. The support area I shared yesterday is still holding between 83,170 and 86K. So yeah, looking for higher potentially. Again, I cannot rule out another low, but we have 83,170 as micro support level to watch, which keeps the door open for higher because it's a 5-wave move up, in my opinion. And next resistance, 92,140 would need to be broken. Then the green signal line, even more important, because that's the Sunday high. And then, yeah, we have some more resistance here in the area around 102,560. So we have to be patient, but there is a pathway for higher. And I think in the next few sessions, we need to pay very close attention to micro support and then also here those signal lines above. But overall, I'm tentatively looking for higher here in the short term. But there are many pathways still that the price could take based on this messy price action. So Elliott Wave tells us we have to be a bit careful here in the short term. Yeah, this, however, will probably resolve soon. At this stage, I don't expect that a major top is formed. Okay, well, that can change. One more low cannot be ruled out. Again, I wouldn't necessarily rely on that, but it is tricky in the very short term. But even though it's tricky, we have very, very clear levels to watch. So for me, the most important micro support area is this one here, 83,150 to 86K, which keeps the overall short-term uptrend, I would say, alive, because this is a micro 5-wave move up. If this gave you value, hit like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you want to learn more, go beyond the basics, check out our MCO membership. You can find the link in the description. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.